Welcome to the Aspen Collective Gallery, downtown Aspen, 213 South Mill Street in the Wheeler Opera House. We are honored to have Whit Boucher here and his new work, a solo show titled Nothing Lasts Forever. Whit and I have been buddies for years, but we've never really connected. It wasn't until maybe 4 months ago, 6 months ago, showed up at the gallery and said, hey, I'm making work. I'm passionate about it. I want to show. And we share a lot of common friends, but we didn't really know each other.
Yeah.
And I was impressed with your persistence and your talent. And then coming down to see you in Woody Creek and see your studio and your work, it was just impressive. So that has led to this moment where we're showcasing your work in the gallery, and it's been a real pleasure and a fun experience.
Yeah, the persistence paid off.
The persistence paid off. So, I just want to ask just a handful of questions about, tell us your ideas for this show and what was the, inspiration.
So I've been drawing flowers and painting flowers for quite a long time, but never really had a coherent thought process to really tie it all together. And I've been just going through a lot of big changes in my life, and that was the catalyst impetus for the title. And Nothing Lasts Forever, and the flower is kind of like that symbol of change itself. So it kind of went well with what I was already making. But yeah.
Yeah, and Whit's been known for being a badass around town for his mountain biking and his skiing and, being out in the nature of the area. Can you talk about where these flowers came from, where you've found them, what was the inspiration for finding these works?
Yeah, so a lot of the flowers were just photographs that I had taken while mountain biking all around the Elks, Hunter Creek Valley, a lot in Lanedo by my house. But over a few years, just kind of documenting flowers that I found beautiful and had enough to make a show out of it now. And some of them are also from the Moab Desert, which I spend a lot of time in as well.
Okay. And just the other night, we had the opening, and it was a little overwhelming, to say the least. And we had 100 people outside, 100 people inside. Can you talk about the experience of what it felt like to have the community come out like that for this show?
Oh man, I was just kind of in shock, honestly. I went into it with not a lot of expectation, but knowing that I had definitely, spent a lot of time reaching out to a lot of friends and people I care about to come to the show, and it was just awesome to see everyone turn out. But really no expectation going into it with, the amount of people that were going to show up, if we're going to sell anything. So I was just stoked is an understatement, my head was spinning for sure.
20 out of the 30 pieces in the show sold. Whit made 5 of these large format works and then 25 small format works. Can you talk about your process, about how you create this work?
Yeah, and so this was definitely a evolution of my work, no doubt. I took the small drawings and actually turned them all into vector graphics, because I have a graphic design background, and constructed the larger form in Illustrator on the computer, and then had them printed full size, and then traced it so I had the perfect mirrored form, and then filled it in with all of the detail work that you see in the little ones. But it was kind of this was all an experiment trying this new process, and it worked really well, and it gives it that really kind of mirrored psychedelic feeling, which I'm going to continue doing now with a lot more drawing. But yeah, it was kind of a process of trial and error for a little while, but it worked really well. And it was cool to show people during the show, you can see all of the smaller flowers how they're incorporated into the larger ones, and people like didn't really notice that off the bat, and it was cool to explain that.
Can you talk about what this whole experience has been like for you as your first solo show working with me in the Aspen Collective Gallery?
It's been, honestly, it's so awesome because, I mean, like you said, we've been friends for a long time but haven't really gotten to know each other. And it's just been like all around a great experience meeting your whole team and working with the whole team. And like, you know, I am coming from like a marketing background, working at Strafe forever, doing all that. So I feel like I could bring some of that and help and, you know, help get the party going, which we did. But no, it's been working with you and the collective crew. It's been awesome. It's been really awesome.
And Whit, we were feeling so good the other night. Whit got behind the decks and DJ'd until the mayor came to the party and said, "You gotta shut this down, it's too crazy."
We were having too much fun.
So, well, I wanna thank you for the opportunity to show your work and be a part of your life and to see your work grow. And we're looking forward to seeing what you come up with next.
Yeah, now it's like sitting and working on this for so long, I've just been like really inspired to start the next.
Yeah, can you talk about what's next in your mind?
It's gonna be similar processes, smaller pieces vectored into larger pieces, but since this was all in black and white, I'm like really feeling color. So I'm gonna start experimenting with adding color and going larger, but similar process.
Well, the last 4 works out of the 30 are available on our website, aspencollective.com. Keep an eye on our next show, and thank you for watching.